I think stem cells are really at a crossroads. There's been a lot of excitement, a lot of hype, both from physicians, from the lay press, from patients, and probably unrealistic expectations that have not been met. There have been a whole series of trials that have shown benefits, but the benefits have been fairly small, and I think the expectation was that the benefits would be much greater. I think there's also a perception out there that a huge amount of money has been put into this field and that the results have not been justified. Personally, I don't agree. I think that the concepts are fascinating. The science is really interesting, and I think we need to be patient. This is a potentially disruptive therapy that could really change the world as we know it, and I think it's probably naive, or we've been naive, to think we're going to get there in 10 years. I think it's going to take much longer. The question is, how much patience do people have? And recently there was, probably about 2 to 3 weeks ago, Harvard announced the retraction of a whole series of papers from a particular investigator. And that has reverberated. It is front page news in New York Times, Washington Post. And it has led to, I think it's a setback. Even if effectively the particular cells that were used, or the claims are that they do not work as claimed, but that doesn't mean that other cells that are being investigated by other groups, it doesn't mean that they won't work. But I think when something like this happens, it affects the whole field. And so the trial called CONCERT-HF, which was using the same c-Kit cells as the investigator, has been put on hold by the NHLBI. And I think it's important to emphasize, not because they've seen a problem. They say there are no safety signals. They thought, and I think they're absolutely correct, that it's time, given this, it would be prudent to put a pause on the trial, just look at the data, and look at what other information they can get, and hopefully they'll continue the trial.